another election. You think for a second you want... I have 24 Trump 2028 hats. His folks keep sending me.
And you think he's going to run again?
No, don't give me. You don't. Who spends $200 million on a ballroom at their home and then leaves the house? So this is serious, guys. This is serious.
So it'll be Newsom Trump in 28.
No. This guy doesn't believe in free, fair elections. He tried to wreck this country. Were you there, January 6th? I think Fox was. At least they were in a lawsuit. They seem to have lost any memory of that. Shareholders didn't. I mean, he tried to light democracy on fire. He dialed for 11, almost 12,000 votes. Now he's doing it in plain sight. And people say, oh, it's just Trump being Trump. People actually think this guy's serious about having another election? You think he's joking about 2028? You think when he brings foreign leaders to the Oval Office and he goes to the White House store, have you seen this? Anyone? Is it just me? What? And he shows them the 2028 hats? He's not being serious? What? Wake up. You will lose your country. Again, it's not about Democrats. It's about all of us.
So you're absolutely convinced he's...
I'm absolutely convinced.
2028.
You've seen it. He's tried to steal the last election. He's trying to rig it in plain sight this time. He wants to get rid of vote by mail. He's talking about eliminating voting machines he doesn't like. He's setting up the contours where he can declare a declaration of emergency for anything. Just cause means whatever he just said on Truth Social. He's running the greatest grift operation in world history. I mean, it makes some of these dictators overseas blush, the crypto. Not just the perfume. I mean, come on.
Let me ask you about a couple of your...
Wake up, everybody. Wake up.
Let me ask you about a couple...
Excuse me, and I know it's impolite. We have to be more calm and demure.
A couple of your own...
But I'm not calm, and I'm not going to submit myself to niceties. Not when this guy is trying to wreck our goddamn country.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chum, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the streets.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heart.
Man, clown me if you want. I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Whoa. People. We made it to Friday. Oh my God, we got some mindless behavior going on. We got some serious things going on, but let me tell you something. It makes me happy when I realize that the Dallas Cowboys are a freaking mess. The evil empire has fallen. Oh, it makes me so happy. I gotta get sexy.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
all the people who have made it through the struggle of the week. I know my therapist and many therapists would always tell me you can't live for Friday. You can't live for Friday, Mike. You got to live for every day. And they were absolutely correct. But why y'all make Monday through Thursday so freaking hard? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm feeling single. I'm feeling.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If you didn't believe the summer was over, you believe now. You believe now. You feel what's going on outside. It's beautiful, but it ain't summer. It's nice, but it ain't summer. It's his day. He's driving. This man is so dedicated to the damn show that he will get to wherever he has to go 45 minutes to an hour before, just so he can sit in and rock with us, just so he can drop his knowledge, drop his facts, just so he can piss Coco, just so he can do what he does. Mr. Dr. Aaron Smith, and because he's here every day, but today's a special day. Today is his day. It's Dr. Aaron Smith's day. Play the intro, Mike. Play the intro. Nobody's here except me. I got to talk to myself. Play the intro, Mike.
The red, the black, and the green.
Put your hands in the air. Make some noise.
Time to get your knowledge up and get ready to write down some facts with Dr. Aaron Smith.
Heed the words of the brother, Sissy.
All right, he's in the building. Dr. Aaron Smith is driving. You see, he got the jean jacket and the hoodie on. Dr. Aaron Smith is dressed like it's October. He not playing.
You can tell the weather.
You can tell he is our weatherman. And he's the only weatherman who says nothing about the weather. The way we determine the weather is his attire for the day. His attire will let you know that this morning it's a little something. It's a little chilly. Not chilly. I shouldn't say chilly.
Little nippy.
But
Little nippy. That's what you should call it.
It's a little nippy. It's a little nippy. Just a tad bit nippy. Dr. Aaron Smith, I just want to, are you going to be here? How long are you going to be here for the show? How long do you got today?
Oh, no, I'm chilling. The shoot was just 3 days.
Oh, okay. All right, cool beans. Are you upgrading today? Or are you chilling in the car?
I'm going to try to figure out a way to upgrade. Because, campus, they got students now. I know it's students now, so every place is filled up, and I don't know if I can make noise in different rooms. But I know the guy in the computer lab, so I might be able to find like one of those meeting rooms where nobody's meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning. So maybe I could just sign for a meeting room and then just meet with the people online. There you go. I said I got a meeting. I got some people to talk to, and then they got a computer in there, so now I'll figure it out.
All right. Well, whatever it is, you sound good right now. But if you got to upgrade, we have a guest that I can't announce the guest till the guest gets here. And we have an author that's going to join the show at 8 o'clock. If everything runs smoothly and correctly, we have an author that is going to join us. So you guys get ready. Let me get to these good mornings. I'm sorry. I know I've tried. I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Because all y'all do is complain about the lack of comments. You need them in a timely fashion. And I can't make it happen because it's just me and you. The Trendsetter was first up the bat. Good morning, Trendsetter. Trendsetter out there in Dallas. I know the pain. The evil empire is crumbling. Now, I know they are still the most expensive, the most profitable organization in America. I don't know if they topped everybody in the world. I don't know if the football teams that we call soccer have topped them. I know Jerry Jones is making the money, but the evil empire is crumbling. A black man stood up to the evil empire and said, it don't matter about being a cowboy. You're not going to gas me on this star. I'm going to take this $188 million with $136 million guaranteed.
Wow.
And I'm out of here. And I'm going to Green Bay. We'll talk more about that. We'll talk more. I'm going to Green Bay. To your rival. Oh, and I'm going to show you the house Negro that jumped on and said he made the wrong decision. Oh,
always one.
The house Negro that jumped on and said, he made the wrong decision. What's he going to do with his post-career? And he wanted to be attached to Jerry. Don't nobody need to be nowhere near Jerry Jones when you get that $136 million guaranteed and you 26 years old. And if unless an injury happens, guess what?
You gonna get another contract after this. So we'll talk about Mr. Tap
Jerry
Dancing.
Jones might be on that 2026 list too, Mike. You know,
Oh,
they knocking on something's door.
I'm not. I'm gonna get into that. I'm glad you spoke that up. I'm
Jerry
getting.
Jones. You know,
Ashabu,
people
good
joke. They
morning.
be like, people joke on people. They be like, your mom was there back with before Dr. King and all that. They got pictures of Jerry Jones right outside the high school trying to block their kids from going to school. Like
Trying to block
he's
the
really
kids
that old.
Yeah, and caught no heat for that. Caught 10 seconds of heat for that. Ashabu says, "What's up?" I don't know what you were talking about, Trent. When you hit the question,
She
I don't
called him
know.
Trendy. He got a
Trendy,
nickname,
yeah.
Trendy.
Trendy. So the Cowgirls are going to trade Michael Parsons. Yes, Michael Parsons to the Packers. I knew something was in the works. You ain't know nothing. You ain't know nothing. Jerry Jones does this with every player. He dangles and does this stuff for promotions, and then he says, they'll take the money. Once I offer them the money, they'll take the money. They're not going to leave the Cowboys. They have the star in their helmet. They're off the field.
Oh my God.
They're off the field money increases. Son, Patrick Mahomes is making a ton of off the field money, and he's playing in Kansas City. Kansas City. Wasn't nobody talking about Kansas City till he got there. That off the field money, the gig is up.
Yeah, it's the age of NIL anyway. The kids are making money.
The
got
kids
the
are
college
making money.
students making millions.
I got former Cowboy players who came out and said, wow. Almost saying, we're proud of you for doing something that we didn't have the knowledge to do. I got the actual video. I got superstars. They used to play for the Cowboys saying it. Got them. LaShawn, what's going on? Good morning, LaShawn. Afro Queen, happy Friday right back at you. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Cousin Ash, what's going on there, mama? Happy Friday. Legs, what's popping? Legs? How you doing? Wait, if I want to let me put your comment on. Come, man, if you don't put that damn comment on, there you go. LaShawn, Miss Claw, good morning. She is present. I am present also. There you go. Cousin Ash got some more. She wants to say what's up to everybody. Let me see. Miss Parker. That's what it is. Word up. Boom, boom. Can't sing the rest because that would be inappropriate singing that to you. LaShawn, there you go. Who else we got? We got a tons of people. I'm trying to get everybody in here so we can start this show. Kirsten, KT. That's what I'm calling you. Good morning. Ashabu says, good morning. Fearless Fridays. Look, they done made their own title. They don't give a fuck. They done made their
I better get this upgrade. Yeah, I'm gonna get the upgrade.
They done named it. It's Fearless Friday. It's no longer you just popping in and it's just, no, it's Fearless Fridays. Actually, that makes sense. Actually, Ashabu, I can see why you run successful businesses. Fearless Fridays doesn't make sense. Yep. All right. Yeah.
I got a ring to it.
It does, and it hits with the fearlessness of you stating what you're stating, even though it's gonna rub people the wrong way. So it's the courage.
Oh yeah, I'm already fired. You know, I'm unemployed as we speak. So at least I keep it real. I keep unemployed real. That's a different level of real. It's not quite get killed real, but it's right there close.
Well, LaShawn tried to put the tag on it. Even at the end of the week, say what the fuck. Well, Fearless Fridays. Even at the end of the week, you say what the fuck. Yup. Okay. All right.
Is that what she means by WTF?
No, yeah, that's what she means. But I don't think she meant to add that on. I just did. I've never heard a cargo game. Is this a bot? Hey, friend, how was streaming there? I love your energy. You are good and amazing. I gave you a follow. Hey. If you're real, I appreciate that. I think that is that.
That sounds like the fakest. That's the fakest message I've seen since I've been on this. What?
We'll take it. We'll take it on Twitch. I'm on Twitch. The Takeover Legends. It's just on Twitch is the Takeover Legends. Can you add me on the Discord? You know what, sir? If I knew how to add you, if I knew how to play that Discord game, I would add you. Somebody just got to explain to me when people say, can you add me on Discord?
Yeah, but I said, are we on Discord?
Do I have to get the app then, right? It's like Twitch. It's like Twitch. I have to get Discord and then add them on Discord.
Yeah, but I'm sure people, you got to get a sign up.
All right, well, I appreciate you. I will definitely add you. I will definitely, once I figure this out. Listen, I know I look young. Don't let the gray. I mean, I know, but I'm 54. This ain't my game. I'm learning this game step by step. So So we'll see what happens. All right, he put a whole bunch. Facts, LaShawn. What did LaShawn say? Oh, even on Friday we say what the fuck. Okay. Miss Parker said the doc is in. Good morning. You get a bunch of good mornings. Oh, wait a second. Look. I'm telling you, they don't play. Cousin Ed
Jack
said,
studies weatherman. That's funny. That's a good one right there. Like in Africa, they don't. Black studies weatherman. That's crazy.
y'all are the best. As much as my community gets on my damn nerves when y'all be coming at me complaining, y'all are amazing. The fact that the Black Studies weatherman, a little nippy. All right, good morning. Let me get to everything. And bam, 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 bam. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, then somebody, Mike, shut up. How you sarcastic, but we're trying to engage with your yellow ass.
Yeah. Was it shots fired Fridays? What happened? It changed the whole. Just caught a stray. Just go through the comments. Just whoa. I'm
I was
bleeding.
saying,
I'm
I
hit.
did my best. Don't try and reverse this on me. You are ungrateful. You know I'm solo trying to do it. I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to engage y'all in conversation. I'm trying to engage our guest is going to be on 8 o'clock. I'm trying to keep up with Dr. Aaron Smith, who throws 7,000 facts and can take one topic and take it somewhere else and be factual about it. I got to follow that. I was a poor student. I got to follow a professor, follow his conversation. Then I have to mingle with y'all, and I got to get the comments on. Keep it 100. You're ungrateful. You're ungrateful. You're ungrateful. And you don't like the fact that I pointed it out in a joking way. You don't like it. So what's the bet? Doc mentions dump dying again.
Yep. Oh, Jerry! Oh, no, I already did it. I said Jerry Jones is close. I talked about the list. Oh man, TikTok. They got speaking into existence. You know.
Look at the competition now. LaShawn was the first one on here. LaShawn, it wasn't Trent. It was LaShawn. Look at you kids, you bunch of kids.
We did the Steve Harvey with the Miss Universe America, whatever. We read the ticket wrong. Different winner.
Bunch of little kids. Look at y'all bunch of little kids. Give my recognition on here first. LaShawn,
she got supporters.
LaShawn was first.
She got supporters.
Give LaShawn her front for being first.
It's gonna be
LaShawn
a coup.
was first.
It's gonna be a coup.
We're
rebelling in the chat.
We got to bring back the Make Believe Prize. And you, my friend, get the Pop-Tarts. That's right. You get the chocolate Pop-Tarts. You are a winner. You get the Pop-Tarts. All right. But thank you, LaShawn. I just jumped on there. You see how ungrateful you are?
Trends are trendy.
People who said
That's
trends are trendy. No shade.
Trends.
Oh, wow.
We said
trends. Trent said the Dallas Cowboys are trading all-pro edge rusher Michael Parsons to Green Bay Packers in exchange. Yeah, for 3 first-round draft picks, which aren't going to be high draft picks because the highest that the Green Bay Packers have drafted in the last 13 years is 13th for Pro Bowler Kenny Clark, who's been in the league for damn near 10 years. You ain't even getting the prime Kenny Clark. You know what a body feels like and the tread on his tires after 10 years in the NFL?
You want to see a dead body?
You want to see a dead body? I'm going to show you a dead body. Good morning, K-Day. How you doing there, ATL? What's really good? All right, good morning. Happy Friday. I'm scrolling all the way down to the bottom, and then we're going to do our usual. Dr. Aaron, wait a second. Trent said, what the fuck? Oh, that is what the fearless. All right.
Okay.
I don't know.
Get creative today in the chat.
Did y'all have a writers meeting last night?
They had a meeting before the show. They had a meeting
that I don't know about. Did y'all get together to have a writers and marketing meeting? Got some things we planning for the Takeover Legend show. Want to know if you guys are going to be aboard. Any suggestions? Mike wearing five hats on here. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I can't. That's why the sound effects and the clips and the Montez, they've been failing. They've been behind. Something got to give. Shelly. Oh, Shelly. Shelly's in the building today. Shelly, good morning. I'm good. Out walking my dog and found another stray doggy. Whoa. You found a stray doggy. You taking the doggy home? Okay.
People do that.
That's how my grandmother got every dog. You just get them. You see them and bring them in. Look. Are you taking them home? All right. I don't know, Shelly. It must be a little dog. You ain't taking no big stray dog home. Not this time. One of my neighbors did, but I'm helping. Okay. I know. I feel the same way when I see the doggies out there. Not the big doggies. Not the big. No disrespect.
No dog left behind.
Yeah. No.
No dog left behind.
All right. So what's going on? Anything happened last night? Anything happened new with you last night? Anything happened?
There's a lot going on. Let me just give you like a 20-second quick headline joint. That the leader of one of the Indian leaders was ignoring Trump's calls, like they met on Hinge or something. Rockland County is doing a recount in areas of Rockland County.
We talked about that.
We mentioned it. But they said they're even willing to do a hand ballot recount because they got some areas where Kamala Harris got 0 votes. And these irregularities are so great that the court was like, we got to look at this one. The CDC, remember when the whole thing about vaccines and JFK was wilding? So they had a mass exodus, right? So, and you said it earlier with the athletics thing. People just need to buck up. I remember when Leonardo DiCaprio and Django was like, I don't know why they don't just rebel. There's more of them than us. Remember he's looking on the plantation. He's wondering why these people won't just stand up. And I've been saying for a long time, it's not even about some Supreme Court, not really even about some well-regulated militia. It's really like what y'all showed yesterday with the Black Panther dude. Just start saying no. Just start being like, I'm not a slave. Don't talk like that collectively. If you got millions and millions of people saying, nah, we good. That little bit of pushback would move the needle so much. They said Trump is spending $1 million a day just in D.C. You can't keep fighting this if people just say, back up off me. Back up off me might add an extra 3 weeks. If he can't even contain D.C., how's he going to these other 7 cities he's trying to go to? Last but not least, the best example was Donald Trump wanted to let go of the head of the Fed, Jerome Powell, right? And they were like, can't do that. The court case came out that said Trump has the right to decide 2 board of governor positions, but for separate organizations, not for the Federal Reserve. Of course, who does he target in the Federal Reserve? The first Black woman in the board of governors of the Federal Reserve, Lisa Cook. He tells Lisa Cook, apprentice style, you're fired, right? Mm-hmm. Lisa Cook says, no, I'm not. And that's all it takes, because there's so much you would have to do after that. What are you going to do? You're going to get security? What are you going to do now? Then people from Fox News and even Levitt from the podium started disparaging Lisa Cook's record. People were in the comments going crazy like, girl, she just added millions more to your lawsuit. Happened with the black farmers when they tried to blame that black lady with that doctored video saying that she was racist toward the farmers. Then she ended up getting millions of dollars. They offered her a job back. She said, nah, I'm good. It's just an attitude shift. All we need to move from is from house Negro to field Negro collectively, even people that aren't Negroes, and we're done. Because once she said no, you haven't heard another thing about Lisa Cook. I'm not fired. Just because you say it doesn't make it so. It's like Angela Bassett in the limousine when she had the all white on. Remember, Ike was beating her. Ike was raping her. Ike was doing all this. Ike had control over her. The friend was like, you don't got to touch me once. And she was out, didn't come back to the end of the movie. Not your ring game girl, right? But in the limousine, one time she was just like, you know what? I'm not a victim. We could fight. But all that you running me, it's that kind of switch that America needs to flip and be like, yo, you're not even tough. You're 80-something years old with cankles. I don't care. And you're a liar and an adjudicated rapist. And you like Epstein, like, no, that's all it took. She just said no. The spell was broken that quick. Everybody else was like, ooh, Trump. He said, I'm fired. Lisa Cook, American hero, black woman, board of governors on the Federal Reserve. She was like, not only is she not fired, she's probably going to be suing soon. So that's all it takes. And I love these headlines. Like you said, the empire's falling.
And then the lies that were spread by old Blondie, who went up there. I love the lack of intelligence they have, but I hate the evilness and I hate the power that they have. But I love the fact that that was amazing. That the Rockland County thing, what you just said, is amazing, which has been quietly underreported by CNN.
Oh yeah, so many stories. They've been the media is getting away with a lot in terms of culpability. The fact that we're here in the first place and what's taking place during this whole fiasco internationally, the media has failed us. Even like you said, the Rockland County, they're not talking about it. How do you not talk about it?
People, there is no media. Do you understand? There is no media.
Yeah, they're just working for
I'm trying to find the speech that John F. Kennedy said, warning America about the media and warning them that we cannot allow the media to be bought by companies, that the media has to stay independent. The moment these organizations were bought, that was it. How are you going to tell on the people who have money invested or entangled with the people you're going to tell on?
Especially Big Pharma.
The only reason CNN is still reporting the stuff they're reporting is because that's their whole ideal. That's their whole benchmark, is that they're supposed to be a Democratic. They're supposed to lean that side. So they have to put up the front, but they'll only take it so far. They'll only take it so far because they still got to make the money. Everything's bought. So listen, the next thing is, you see what they're doing with social media. They have finally caught up after being 20 years behind. This is why the suppression. This is why shadow banning. This is why people's posts are getting muted. This is why Instagram comes to me and says in my little Instagram account, 46,000 people. They come to me and say, they said your post that I all of a sudden reposting something is a problem. Even if I give credit.
Oh yeah, the Kyrie Irving law. That's the Kyrie Irving law.
They don't want they now say it would only be seen by your followers. This will not go out to anybody else. Okay. So I'm gonna keep posting. And then I look where I have violated some type of whatever community laws or whatever
standards, guidelines.
All the reposts about people from CNN, from Joy Reid, from Gavin Newsom, it's all their posts. All those posts that happen to speak negatively are the ones that they're saying violated policy, community policy. How? But okay. Hey, speaking of Gavin Newsom,
state-run media.
State-run media.
They're trying to get more like Russia and just be like, well, we're just gonna tell you what to think. Some people might look back on this whole period and look at when the internet was the Wild Wild West. Because I remember when I used to watch like Loose Change, 9/11 documentaries and all that on YouTube, when everything was just open and all the conspiracy theories are just on YouTube, and now you can't find like how the end of these videos. People are gonna look back and be like, if it wasn't for the internet, the control they would have had over us, you know how crazy COVID would have been with them just having the one single message? They would have had us doing anything. Like, the people are going to say that it might have saved the world. The fact that in the information age, right, the fact that it really became exponentially advanced in terms of accessibility to information and dumbing down, and like people giving 10-second messages about what's going on. If it wasn't for TikTok, remember Ferguson when they were lying on CNN at the same time people in Ferguson were saying, no, this was happening? We're getting tear gas on our porch. CNN was like, yeah, they're breaking window. Like literally there was that was to me the moment where it was like, yo, the news is completely telling something different than what's going on the ground. I remember that moment in Ferguson where everybody was tuning in to what was happening, and people from Gaza were telling people in Ferguson how to deal with the tear gas and all that, and they were saying things like use milk and all that. Like it was that crazy where people were trying to fight oppression collectively, internationally through the exchange of information. If it wasn't for this, I don't know where we'd be right now. Like they would have had us. Trump would have been freezing so many bank accounts, and it would have been crazy.
Look, the division is always going to be the number one thing that somebody trying to destroy you is going to use. Division is always going to be it's always going to be that. Also in Tennessee, a while ago, there were thousands of kids who protested against gun violence. They went to the Tennessee Capitol. They said it was about 5,000 of them. They were chanting. A man was live from there. He said, "Why isn't this on CNN?" Young people, high school kids. Gathered, organized.
That's crazy.
Something that as an American, you should be proud, because all we do is shit on young people. All we do is say what they do wrong. But these kids actually organized and said, help us stop getting shot.
Because it beat them a lot.
Not a peep. Not a peep. Not a peep. So I might as well play, because, I love, and I've been saying this for years, I love when people say America protects their kids. The number one priority is the kids. The number one priority
is gosh.
It's not. It's not.
I said it, no dog left behind. I ain't saying nothing about the children. They'll leave children anyway.
No child left behind. I'll just give you an example. Now, I'm done fighting this fight. And if Jay Black was here, He might be on the other side. I'm done fighting the gunfight. I'm done. Y'all want him. I'm done. Now we've gotten to a situation now where a lot of people, in my mind, in the back of my mind, we might all need him. But we let the genie out the bottle. We let the genie out the bottle. So here's a little question that got asked to. It's a simple question. After all the shootings and everything like that, and school shootings and kids dying, this is just a simple question. And I kept playing it over and over again. So don't get annoyed. I want y'all to hear it over and over.
Statistically, save children's lives. Should we have more gun control?
No.
If it did, statistically, save children's lives. Should we have more gun control?
No.
If it did, statistically, save children's lives. Should we have more gun control?
No.
If it did, statistically, save children's lives. Should we have more gun control?
No.
This is what it is.
No,
it's what it is.
You played that repeatedly because the first couple times I did squint like, wait, what did he say? I must have heard it wrong. So yeah, you did us a service by playing that repeatedly. It took me like the third time to really process it.
If we put guns first, the Catholic Church would have been under the ground. If we put, matter of fact, churches of all denominations would have been held responsible. Priests, pastors would have been put in jail. The people who helped them cover it up would have been in prison and in jail. This would have been a thing that would have been turned upside down. If kids were first, Penn State would have got the death penalty. But let me tell you what happened in Penn State. Their defensive coordinator had a house that he was literally penetrating young boys, not only in his downstairs basement, but in the shower of the facilities in Penn State. And you know what people said when they were going to get the death penalty and take away the football program? You know what they literally said? Why would you hurt the kids? They weren't talking about the kids. They were talking about the 18 and 19-year-old football players.
Talking about the millions of dollars. That's what they're really talking about.
They were talking about the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When they say kids, they mean the program.
If you cared about the kids, healthcare would be free for the kids. Forget the parents. We should all have it. Healthcare would be universally free, and there would be no stipulations. You would go to the doctors you need. You would go to the specialists you need. You would go. They would get their medicine. It would be free. Imagine that. I thought we cared about the kids. If we cared about the kids, this government, the trillions of dollars that they send to countries, could literally say wherever your school budget is, you take your school budget, you make your school budget in your state, and we'll match it. Whatever your school budget is, you get, and we'll match it.
They said the janitor heard stuff in the shower. They said his wife heard stuff when she was upstairs and he wasn't coming to bed. Like like you said, for these things to happen, it takes a whole community to be involved in it, to perpetuate it, to turn the other cheek. Like it takes a lot of people to act like they don't know what happens and to support. And then they didn't want them to take the Joe Paterno statue down. Forget Joe Paterno lying about not knowing. They didn't even want to take the statue down. They were writing about that. Those kids were like, "Don't touch his statue." Like. Yeah, it's wild.
They were so brainwashed. Let me tell you how programmed we are. I knew people who graduated for Penn State that when they dropped the penalty on Penn State, the millions and you know, on that committee, do you know they didn't remove anybody? The one person that was removed retired, and their retirement was coming up. This is my thing back to programming. They were Penn State people who literally said, "This is a sad day for me. I really don't feel like talking today." What? Because of the buildings that you went to, because of the cake parties that you went to.
Can't do this accountability.
You felt that attached to a university that when you fall on hard times, when did that university ever call and check up on you when you're unemployed? When did they call and say
they were black kids too? That's part of it. They were black kids. It wasn't Natalie Holloway type. Because if that dude was in the shower violating young co-eds, all American girls, which means blonde, blue-eyed white people, both of those are code words, right? Dog whistles. If he was violating all American co-eds in that bathroom, he would have lasted a week. He
No, he
couldn't
wouldn't
be
have
violating no judges' daughters and all that. Yeah, taking him home. His wife would have been like, "What the hell are you doing?"
But the crazy thing is, the football team would have lasted. They would have figured a way
Oh
out to
yeah,
keep
yeah.
it
Because
safe.
the football team's been violating women. Okay, let me not. That's too true. That's too honest. I'm going from unemployment. I'm passing the line now.
No,
Football players been violating women for a long time. They go pro. They go pro.
But stop telling me we care about these kids. We don't. This country doesn't. They would feed these kids. They would make sure these kids were never hungry. And guess what?
I think it's 3.5 million starving every year.
The Epstein case, you wouldn't need the files. You'd believe the victims who were kids when they were victimized. You wouldn't have to wait for the files. You're like, we're taking this to trial right now.
There are a lot of trials. There are a lot of depositions. Like, people have been saying it. People have been telling. They just
and the crazy thing is, let me tell you how much you don't care. Let me tell you how you women may think. Some of y'all women in America may think that you're on that team. It's the first time in my life I've seen a white woman say, "This happened to me," and nothing happened. Nothing. Yeah. I ain't never seen that.
There's levels to this. Yeah.
I ain't never seen that.
That's how you can tell who the violators was.
It's unbelievable. But on the lighter side of things, quickly, since we were talking about Penn State and football, yeah, man, Michael Parsons got traded. And I'm going to show you Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, Michael Irvin was very distraught. I got the before and after the trade. This is the before and after the trade.
Michael Parsons not going anywhere. Jerry's not that crazy. This is all what we call just negotiation stuff. You can report all you want. There's no way they're allowing Michael Parsons to go anywhere.
Oh, my God, I can't believe this, man. I've been here all day. I can't believe this. I cannot believe we just traded Michael Parsons.
And I'm going to tell you, this is a sports story. But in essence, this is the whole Jerry Jones who sat in front in the crowd. Jerry Jones who was in the crowd harassing a black girl and black kids trying to go to school. He was in that mob.
He said he was there just to watch and see what was going to happen, even though his coach and everybody said don't go out there. And the Supreme Court said they're allowed to go to school. So they were violating the Supreme Court order that the previous day they said to integrate the school. So the very next day they was like, not my school. But not Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones said he was just there scowling with that Marine buzz cut, and he was just there to see what was going on. He's just there to watch, he said. And people said, watch what? And he really never answered.
And we believed him. And Stephen A. Smith went out there and rep for him. And the whole nine. And then Jerry Jones is the owner of Black Men now. He's the owner.
Ain't that crazy? That is crazy.
He's the owner.
Tried to stop you from getting education.
Tried to stop you from getting an education. He was with the mob.
Now he sits in the owner's box.
With the most valued sports team in America.
While they measure your muscles and everything like auction block.
So when Micah Parsons and his black agent say this is Jerry word, you can stick that contract up your ass because you tried to negotiate with my client without me being there, which is illegal, which he admitted.
Oof.
He admitted. Me and Micah. No NFL fines, no NFL suspensions. No NFL coming down saying you got to lose draft picks because you can't negotiate with the player if they have an agent involved. Nothing. So Jerry does what he does. He dangles his money and he dangles of being a Cowboy player. And most players fall for it because of off the field money you can make. Well, Michael Parsons said, I'm 26. I'm going to take $188 million, $136 million guaranteed at 26. And trust me, my podcast is popping. My off-the-field endeavors are going to be just fine. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes is making tons of money playing in Kansas City. And I can name a bunch of players. Brett Favre did pretty good. No, he's a white guy in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers did pretty good with money in Green Bay. They don't need it.
Who that makes $100 million is in need of money though? Like that part. That's a mind game in itself. You got $100 million, but listen, you should stop the conversation right there. I don't need anything ever.
You don't need anything. But here goes Mr. Jason Whitlock. the #1 House employee to come state his facts on why he made a bad
just did what was best for his agent, David Mulugeta. He just got himself traded to the Green Bay Packers. It is not in the best interest of Micah Parsons to end up on the only NFL franchise that doesn't have an owner. The only one. There will be no long-term relationship with ownership, with the Jones family. This is a lifetime decision that just got made because Jerry Jones and David Mulugeta got in a spat. David Mulugeta's ego got involved, and Micah Parsons just did what's best for David Mulugeta rather than what's best for Micah Parsons over the long haul. He wanted to be connected to Jerry and Stephen Jones post.
I just want you to show this picture. I just want you, the picture that he chose to show. This is the picture he chose.
Connected to.
Look, that's what he wants. That's what he feels Micah should be.
Yeah, like Django, right? Samuel Jackson's character in Django.
That's what he believes Micah should be right there. That's what you're into, Jason, right there. Let me lean over on
We
Daddy.
sick, boss.
We sick, boss. How much money do you think I deserve from you, boss? That what you wanted, Jason? Is that what you wanted, Jason? Let me hear.
Well, that's where Jason wants to be. If Jason had his way, like Uncle Ruckus, that Jason will be able to lay his head on Jerry Jones' shoulder, or Rupert Murdoch, or whoever else is cutting the check, some white daddy. And I think it affects the way you look. Look at his face, and I've always said this. People who ride for their people and are true to themselves look very different than people that are completely compromised and betray their soul. And I always said that, just like Epstein and them being evil, it starts to have a look about you where you just start to look demonic. I've seen people go to jail and they used to look so hardcore, and they come out of jail before they even tell me that they've converted to Islam or Christianity. Before they even told me that their life has changed, I could look at them. I see a whole new countenance, resonance, a whole new glow, a whole new vibration. Jason's Whitlock vibration right now looks like it's eating itself. It's not just unhealthy, it looks ugly. Like his spirit is ugly, and he knows that he's saying something that's not true, and there's a conflict right there. There's a contradiction within him, and that's why he looks like that. Because I know if he was a member of the Nation of Islam, he'd look all different. His whole vibe would be different. He looks like a sellout, and that people don't realize that when you are cursed like that, just like people know creepy people, like the girls can see in a dark club with music playing, who's a creep? It's a vibe, it's an energy, it's a vibration. He is on a wicked, demonic, sellout vibration, and he looks like it.
And where was this comment when Tom Brady left the New England Patriots after winning 6 Super Bowls? Why weren't you worried about his post life? When he went to the Tampa Bay fucking Buccaneers. Tampa Bay. He went from holding trophies, 6, with Bill Belichick, and he bounced to go to Tampa Bay and win another Super Bowl and do what was best for him. He did what was best for him. He wasn't worried about
it. Wasn't expected.
He wasn't worried about his post-career activities. He wasn't worried how the Cowboys were going to take care of me after. I'm going to take care of myself post-career. That is me as a man.
You would know better than me, Mike. You know these stats better than me, but I'm just going to ask you a question. How many of these people go broke post-career? What percentage of athletes post-career go totally broke?
I don't know what it is now. When they did the documentary, it was like 70% filed for bankruptcy after 7 years.
I never heard nobody care about post-career. They're notorious for not caring post-carear. They never even mention people be on drugs, homeless, everything. The wives always leave them. Baby, like the fact that they have the gall to have a conversation about post-career as though the NFL ever talked about caring about people's career after they leave the NFL. That's precious. That's ironic. That's like, wow, y'all got the nerve to do that? Y'all act like y'all really are concerned with what happens to people after they play? CTE and everything else. You fought all that. You're like, you don't give a union pension plan. You don't do any of this stuff. But now, for this one N-word, we care about you. You know somebody running a game. That's a game right there. We care about what happens after this. No, y'all don't.
And I'm not going to stay too much on sports. I'm going to try and keep this in a societal case. But Hugh Douglas, let me tell you how brainwashed NFL players. Hugh Douglas, who's a sports talk personality here in Philadelphia. They were talking about the NFL and they were talking about the health insurance. You know what he said? He said, well, it's not that bad. You just got to know how to work it. How can a health insurance plan with the richest league in the country, how can one of your terms of describing their health plan be not bad? It should be stellar.
Well, got to know how to work it. You
Or
shouldn't have to work
know,
anything. It should be working. It should be working for you. Because in Congress, they don't say you got to know how to work it. Their health plan on Capitol Hill is best in the world. They don't be like, you got to figure it out. You got to, no.
This man is
you got
saying
it for life.
career.
It's great.
26 years old. He is now the highest paid in history football player who's a non-quarterback. You tell me how that agent, he did this for the agent. He did that for him because he's going to take care. He doesn't need the Cowboys. And let me tell you about post-career. Jerry Jones is 82.
Whew.
He's 82.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
If Micah plays for 10 years, it's easy math. It's easy math.
That's why he said the Jones family. He was like the Jones family. Like,
he said
I don't even know none of the other Joneses like that.
And we all know that Stephen Jones does not have the power that Jerry Jones has. He's an owner.
The J.D. Vance effect.
The J.D. Vance effect. It's the Jerry
Jones. Or
just
say J.D. Trans. J.D. Trans.
Exactly. But
you know, he wears the wigs and the skirts and everything.
Just to let you know, there's a former NFL Cowboys star, Des Bryant, who basically thanked Micah Parsons for doing something. But you know what? I won't even paraphrase. I'll let him say what he said.
What you're doing, a message that you're sending, the business that you're standing on is extremely major, brother. You know, the guys like myself, guys who came before you, we failed. You know, we failed tremendously on standing our ground, you know, due to the lack of knowledge and the lack of support entering a world that we was very unfamiliar with. You know, I remember being in that situation like you. Nervous, scared, don't know which way to go. Can't trust my support system. By the way, shout out to David, man. You know, he's one of the best agents in the business. You know, I respect how y'all go about y'all business. You know, so a huge salute there.
I'm just going to tell you, Des Bryant is saying, why didn't I have that agent? Why didn't I have somebody who could lead me to understand I am not tied to the hip with an owner? When you are in the prime of, when you are, and I'm going to keep repeating, owner, for a society that literally has a problem with terms, that literally has a problem with somebody saying somebody was killed and saying you have to now say unalive, you still say another person is an owner.
Wow, that's a good one. You can't have the wrong pronoun, but a white man can be called a owner over a black man.
A black man can literally say that. And when they say, well, he is my owner, he can literally, it's been said thousands of times.
Yeah, the owners.
When you were at the prime of your career, when you were at the prime of your superpowers, people, and I made this mistake, I'm gonna let you know right now. It doesn't matter how old you are. You don't know when the prime of your superpowers are going to be in whatever you do in life. You never know what it's going to be. When you are in the prime of your superpowers and your skill set, you know you are at the top of your game, that's when you get everything you want and you don't settle.
Yeah.
That is when because guess what? When you are no longer at the prime of your career, they will give you what they want to give you. So you better make them give you
if they give you anything.
If they give you anything. And they will act as if they're doing you a favor. They will act as if you're doing you a favor. So all this sports thing, when you're part of this, it's all a business. This is the only league that they don't have guaranteed contracts or mandatory. Why would I sign a contract that's not guaranteed? Even in this deal is for $188 million. $136 million are guaranteed. Why would I sign? Why do we sign contracts if they're not guaranteed?
Well, yeah, guaranteed for them. Like until they, if they get what they want, we good. But otherwise, yeah, that's
All
crazy.
right. That's just some of the stuff. I'll get off that talk. I'll get to your comments in a second. Oh, you know what? I'll get to your comments now. Before I move on, before you tell me I'm behind on the comments, I'll get to your comments right now.
Before I let go.
Let me see. Who said that? Porsche voice. Nah, young people do more protesting. Okay, so you were talking about that.
Oh yeah,
Let's get.
historically, civil rights movement and everything. But like young people got a lot of stuff cracking.
Most people aren't smart. And I would agree. I know what you're saying, but most people aren't aware of what leverage that they have because we've been so trained not to have leverage that we aren't aware when we do have the leverage.
Our power.
I had leverage. I didn't use it. I should have never signed a contract for the syndication deal that I signed at K104. I should have never signed it. It's embarrassing. I don't even repeat it out loud. I should have just said, my contract is to be broadcast in Dallas, nowhere else. My voice is supposed to be here. So if you want me to be heard in 47 different states or 40 different cities, you got to pay me like I'm in 47 different cities. But I didn't.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Animals. It's apparent that they don't care about children. Yes, they don't care about children because look how many school shootings they are. Yes, absolutely. Yes, and Dusky. Yep. Be safe. I think Tasha's about to drive. Okay. Comment, Mike.
Okay.
Doctor, have y'all heard the parody song about Dr. Umar on the Rakim beat? Did not.
Oh no, no.
I will
Oh my
research it.
gosh, what they
Stephen A.
doing?
Smith, the crown. Only Emmitt Smith could hold out and get paid. Yes, at his superpowers, he held out. And you know what happened? An NFL player on the Cowboys, Charles Haley, after they had lost, I think, their second straight game without Emmitt, threw a helmet past Jerry Jones's head and said, "Go sign him." And he got his money.
I was told that he's a distant relative at the family reunion. You know, my last
Charles
name's
Haley?
Smith. That's what they. No,
Well,
Emmitt
Emmitt.
Smith. That's what they tell me.
Emmitt.
And it's funny because I met somebody else who said that they're distant relatives of Emmitt Smith, and I was like, "Yo, you know, they didn't even know we might be family." One of my best friend's wives.
I met him. Cool. He seems like a cool dude. Obviously, we ain't hang out, and I ain't going to strip clubs with him, but it was a cool dude.
Yeah,
So,
you never want to run up to a rich person and be like, "I'm your cousin." You don't want to pop up and be like, you know, the cousins from out the woodworks. So if I ever met him, I would just say, "Nice to meet you," unless I was famous, you know, at that point. But otherwise, I'm not gonna be like, "Yo, cousin, I never met you."
Yeah, let's get to a funny, lighthearted one real quick. We got a special guest coming up. A Karen exposed her racism without even saying she was racist. I know you've seen this T-shirt. This young lady created this T-shirt, and this T-shirt has been going, and she makes TikTok videos wearing a T-shirt in different public places. A Karen walked by and was offended by the T-shirt and said that T-shirt's offended. And I'll let the rest of the confrontation go through. But this is a Karen exposing her racism. Not knowing she's exposing her racism. And here we go.
Your shirt's pretty fucking racist, by the way.
Are you a Klan member?
No.
Then why would you be offended?
Because it's just offensive.
To who?
To other people.
Klan members?
Probably.
That makes sense then.
I'm going to play this one more time for you to watch this. She's offended by the T-shirt that has a Klan member hanging. She's offended by the
Your shirt's pretty fucking racist, by the way.
Are you a Klan member?
No.
Then why would you be offended?
Because it's just offensive.
To who?
To other people.
Klan members?
Probably.
That makes sense then.
That ain't classic. If that ain't
Yo,
classic.
her Rihanna Riri vibes unbothered just made the clip that much better. Like her response, the way that she handled it, the way she kept like wiping her hair down, like that made the clip that much better. Because she was upset, it still would have been good content. But the fact that she was like, "To who?" she interrogated the racism so effectively. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh,
Lady
that was
Q jumped in
great.
here about the TikTok, and y'all know TikTok is supposed to become M in 2026. It will only show us content from America because world views taint our perception of the government. Yep.
I thought it was because the lady had a T-shirt. 'Cause I was gonna say ain't no woke up inspired T-shirt. I thought that's why she was coming
Oh
in. 'Cause I was
yeah,
about to
yeah,
say that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, who's making T-shirts out here? Nobody make T-shirts.
So it was very ironic. Lady Q, I'm sorry I'm late on that. You're late on that comment. Yeah, I always like what you pointed out is exactly what the first thing I thought about was her composure. Well, basically like
Yeah,
so.
she was cool.
Tell me you a Klan member without telling me you a Klan member.
Fact. Fact. Is something you want to tell me? Is something you want to share on the camera while we here?
Why I show you my shirt? Something you want to tell me about this that
To
offends you?
who? To Klan members.
The Klan members.
That makes sense.
That makes total sense. All right, so let's get into some other stuff. I just thought that was, I thought that was remarkable.
That shirt was fire though. That's another level.
Oh yeah, I never ordered the shirt. I don't know because I would love to wear that on stage. I would love to wear that on stage.
And Trendsetter would know the rapper Paris that he talks about all the time. He had one that was called Bush Killer, where they made him change the album cover. We talk about Assassinate the President. And there's also, I think he did something similar with a Klansman, some imagery that was a label offensive. But I'm sure he would know the period I'm talking about. But yeah, that T-shirt is fire.
And then when I opened the show, and when I you know what, Fearless, we're gonna have to, because we have the guests at 8 o'clock. We need you to do your thing at the end of the show, so just prepare that because we're gonna do the interview. But Fearless,
when the interview comes, just throw me in the green room. Throw me in the green room then, and I'll run through the upgrade when the guest comes on.
Fearless has the Trump situation. He has what he's been telling us for months now, not making it to 2026. He has that, which you know, hey, it is what it is. A lot of people agree, and I'm not saying I disagree, but I've been telling you that this man Trump is not leaving the White House. He's going to have to be removed.
Oh yeah.
And Gavin Newsom, I played it to open the show. Gavin Newsom basically said the same thing.
He wants another election. You think for a second I have 24 Trump 2028 hats. His folks keep sending me.
And you think he's going to run again?
Don't give me. Who spends $200 million on a ballroom at their home and then leaves the house? This is serious, guys. This is serious.
So it'll be Newsom Trump in 28.
No. This guy doesn't believe in free, fair elections. He tried to wreck this country. Were you there, January 6th? I think Fox was. At least they were in a lawsuit. They seem to have lost any memory of that. Shareholders didn't. I mean, he tried to light democracy on fire. He dialed for 11, almost 12,000 votes. Now he's doing it in plain sight. And people said, oh, it's just Trump being Trump. People actually think this guy's serious about having another election? You think he's joking about 2028? You think when he brings foreign leaders to the Oval Office and he goes to the White House store, have you seen this? Anyone? Is it just me? And he shows them the 2028 hats? He's not being serious? Wake up. You will lose your country. Again, it's not about Democrats. It's about all of us.
So you're absolutely convinced he's...
I'm absolutely convinced.
2028.
You've seen it. He's tried to steal the last election. He's trying to rig it in plain sight this time. He wants to get rid of vote by mail. He's talking about eliminating voting machines he doesn't like. He's setting up the contours where he can declare a declaration of emergency for anything. Just cause means whatever he just said on Truth Social. He's running the greatest grift operation in world history. I mean, it makes some of these dictators overseas blush, the crypto, not just the perfume. I mean, come on.
Let me ask you about a couple of your...
Wake up, everybody. Wake up.
Let me ask you about a couple...
Excuse me, and I know it's impolite. We have to be more calm and demure.
A couple of your own...
But I'm not calm, and I'm not going to submit myself to niceties. Not when this guy is trying to wreck our goddamn country.
Thank you.
I don't know. And the laughter The nervous laughter or whatever it is, and the reporter trying to chime in with his joke goes, "Oh, it's gonna be Newsom Trump," but no, bitch.
Yeah.
How many times has somebody? He's shown us this is no longer about him. It's about us. It's about us.
Yeah.
We
No, since before the election, he showed us who he was. He let us know exactly what he was on. We chose to vote for him as a country, whatever. Well, some because with Rockland County, yeah, some people did vote for him. I don't think the numbers are accurate. That's a whole different story.
This is what he's not leaving. I hate to
Now, I've
break
been
it
in that
to y'all.
situation a lot of times where you're real serious and nobody else is serious, and you're trying to get everybody to be on that page. And I always got to like remind myself, people don't know what they don't know. You want to get the message across, like you got to. It's difficult though, because those moments like, yo, this is serious, and everybody's like, there he go with all them facts.
You ever be to bring it down to a very basic takeover legend metaphor. You ever had that friend that you keep telling people stop messing with him? I'm telling you, it's not funny. He's dead serious.
Yeah,
Stop putting the
playing.
battery. Stop putting the
playing
battery
with
in his back. Stop saying, yo, so and so, yo, we need to roll up on so and so, and we need to do that. And I say, and you keep saying, dog, it's not that deep. Stop telling him. Stop having these conversations around him, because he's going to. You're warning people, and people are laughing. Gavin Newsom is sitting there, the governor of California, saying, people, if y'all don't get up off your asses, and like you said, if people don't say no, if people don't, the gift and the curse is that this country has so many people doing well. A lot of people, millions not doing well. Don't want to ignore that. So many people doing well. So many people being able to go to the store and come back home and be in a bubble. So many people are in a bubble, and they think that bubble's never going to get touched. And I'm scared to death when my little bubble gets touched that it's going to be too late.
Oh yeah, they start snatching people and all that kind of stuff, and no, you got a lifetime of litigation and trauma after that. Like if you get your people back, like it's too much going on. Then they came for me. That's that poem. Then they came for me, and there was no one there to speak for me. You can't wait till it gets to you to rise up or to rebel.
Oh my goodness gracious, yo!
But I do think God is going to take him out of office. I do believe that. I do. They say the calamity will come suddenly, and don't envy the wicked, right? I really think that all that he's looking like he's in power. I've been saying it's an illusion, man. Stalin looked like he was in power. Pharaoh looked like he was in power. Mussolini looked like he was in power. Hitler looked like he was going to win the whole world war at one point. What are you going to do? Look at his armies. He got the kids. He got the kids in the army. Like, what are you going to do? Well, watch. Just watch. Just every time these dictators, Nero, Caesar, you can name them, they never win. There's not an evil person whose legacy and whose way above, like even they can say founding fathers, it ain't gonna last. We ain't in bondage in perpetuity. Like they thought we was gonna be slaves forever. Like everybody makes these wicked plans and they never work out. There's always gonna be a Harriet Tubman. There's always gonna be a Moses. There's always gonna be a Tiananmen Square dude in front of the tank. There's always gonna be a couple people that's like, nah, F you. You ain't got no powers. Wizard of Oz. Once somebody pulls the curtains, like, what are y'all doing? Why y'all listening to this bull? And then everybody's like, what? It's a midget with a megaphone? Is Richard Pryor? Like, what? Like, once you see it, all we got to do is reveal it. You don't have to do all the fighting. You don't have to construct some fake world. You don't have to market and deceive. All you got to do is reveal it and trust that it'll get revealed. And the fact that they have no real power, people will start to understand it. And like you said earlier, recognize their own power in the process. And I think people are getting there. They're like, this guy is a clown.
And we've made it so complex, and the complex, it's not complicated, but there is a complexity to this, is that that analogy, and I've heard it used and it's accurate. It's like the Wizard of Oz when you find out the wizard has no power. In this case, it's not the wizard. It's the people behind the wizard that have to be exposed. It's the Stephen Miller that sits right there. It's the people who created Project 25. Those are the wizards that are sitting behind, and there is no journalistic ethics anymore. Nobody will tell you. Nobody will go out their way and crack a Watergate. Watergate would have never happened right now.
No, you need investigative journalism. You're right. You're absolutely right. And you're right, because right now people are saying it's like Weekend at Bernie's. People are saying, and a good analogy was people are saying this whole notion of the renovation projects, they're allowing him in his early onset dementia to do what he loves. Go ahead, Trump, put gold and say it's solid when everybody knows it's not solid gold, right? Go ahead and talk about solid gold. Talk about your $200 million ballroom, because people know. Keep them busy. Everybody who's had an older parent or grandparent who's been in those withering years, you just let them do what they do. You give them a little bit of space to feel good and feel in control. Even if you're changing their diapers, you just give them a little space, whether it's a little garden they tend to, some books they read, a little space they organize. They said, Trump, this is all you. This is your project. You're in total control. Live your wildest dream. Put gold everywhere. While, like you said, the Stephen Millers and the Pete Hegseths and everybody runs the country. So they talked about Biden being Weekend at Bernie's. This is the same thing. Hide your hands, hide your ankles.
Y'all want to hit me with a conspiracy?
Instead of hide your kids, hide your wife.
If y'all want to hit me with a conspiracy that President Barack Obama was really making the decision, conspiracy for Joe Biden. Let's just say it was. Okay, I'm cool. So then fine. But this guy is dangling, and like what you said, he made a deal with the MMA to have an event at the White House on the White House lawn. They're gonna have an event.
We're gonna have a fight. We're gonna fight outside. What kind of project bum fights early 2000 YouTube stuff is you on? We're gonna have a fight outside. Like, I thought you was making peace. You want the Nobel Peace Prize. We're gonna have a fight outside.
This is a
man Dana White who beats women.
Who beats women, and we're gonna have. You actually think that Trump has the intellect to even think of any of these executive orders? Do you think this man couldn't run a business that he didn't run into the ground? This man
he be saying, what's this? When he grabs the paper, he says, what's this? What's this one?
What's this one? What's this one?
What's
this
this
has nothing to do with
him.
That's
good.
He's the puppet for the racist organization behind him.
What am I signing?
What am I signing? Which one? Then he has the other person read it. And then I see that, but then he has somebody else. Tell me what this is. Then I see something like this, which is supposed to make me laugh. And this goes back to this country. It's supposed to make me laugh. It's supposed to make me feel good. It really saddens me when I see it. Even though at the end, this man gets what he deserves. He absolutely deserves it. But these are the type of men that I despise. These are the ones that want to pick a fight, and you realize how racist they are because they want to antagonize you by using every racial slur. And I want you to talk about composure. I want to show you this fight that went on. I want to show you the composure that this young man showed and was trying not to give the end result. And it's long. It's long, but I want you to get irritated with me when I watch it. It's a long clip. Just watch the closed captions and listen closely.
Come on. Come on, bitch. You a puss, bitch. You're a fucking punk ass fucking spear chucker. You got no balls. Do something. Come on, swing. Come on. What's up? What? Fucking trying. Watch out. Watch out, man. You're a fucking nigger. Waiting on you. You look like you just smoked some dope. Show your ass. Go ahead. Waiting on you. I'm chilling. Come on, what's up? You're really scared. Scared? I wouldn't be in the street, nigga. All right, come on. I wouldn't be in the street. Come on. I'm waiting for you to make a mistake so I can bounce you. Come on. You don't have to wait on me. I'm at work. You're not at work. Step on that property, see what happens. I don't have to. One step on
I'm at work.
I'm not putting a step on your property. You know better, boy. They're already on the way, man. I'm just trying to keep you here. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Keep me here. You know what? You ain't got no balls. Really? That's right. I'm right here in front of your face, though. Go ahead. And I'm at work. What's up? Make a move. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? You got no balls. What you trying to do? You a punk ass. You ain't got no balls. Do something. Y'all see this shit, bro? Do something. Skinny ass fucking crackhead. That's all you are. You saying that? Come on. What you trying to do? Do something. You're right. You're right. Come on. Do something. You're right. Here, I'm in your face. Come on. Right here. Here I am. My chin right here. Come on. Go ahead. That's a shot. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Down. Oh.
This is not happening.
Yes. Yes. Come on.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. Family of 4? We've got millions of free child place holidays available with 22 kilograms of baggage included. Book now with Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you can...
Whenever the music comes on, they put that so they won't get banned on TikTok.
Whenever you hear that audio, it's about to go down. JetBlue Holiday. Oh man.
JetBlue Holiday. And as much as it listen, I ain't gonna front it, put the smile on your face that the ass whipping gets dropped. It's just a sad point that we still at that point. We still there. You gotta knock you gotta literally knock people out simply because he was working.
Spear chucker, smoking dope, crackhead, boy, nigger, but this how people think. I think it was Ice Cube, right? He said, "This is what they think of you, and be true to the game." Like, you gotta understand what's going on in people's minds. You're sitting there working. You might have went to college, got education, mind your business, not broken any laws, and you're at work. In his mind, his racial matrix is spear chucker, nigger, smoking dope, crackhead, boy. Wow. And dude looked about 40-something years old, 50 years old. So the average person you see on the street just might be thinking all kind of crazy nonsense and want to act to the point they will act on it violently. Like, this is the world we live in while you're just working. So all that, you're a thug in Chicago. This dude's at work. Same response. Even worse, actually. They don't do that on the corner of Chicago. They don't hop out on the corners of Chicago. So you're actually safer being a quote unquote typical than you would being a dude, because at work you're alone. When you're on the corner, you're with your boys. On the corner, you're strapped. When you're at work in the UPS van or whatever, you ain't got nothing on you because you can't carry a weapon. So it's actually, I've said it before when I talked about the suburbs versus growing up in the hood. Sometimes it's harder being on the real front lines. That's the front line to me. Remember we talked about the front line yesterday? The front line to me is trying to do your damn job, and any given racist could just jump on you and kill you, like that other trucker that they said was found hanging from a tree in North Carolina. They're still looking for the people who did that, right? Like, that's the front line. That's why I get so mad at these black cops. You're not on the front line if you're armed to the teeth with a radio to get backup. You're not on the front line when you come after something happens. When you're actually ducking the bullets and all that, like, that's, man.
All right. So listen, you're going to go try and upgrade. I'm going to bring our guest.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring our guest in and talk about an upgrade. She's already done so much in her career, but now she has decided to jump in and be an author and write a book. She's been a program director. She's managed. She's run radio stations. She's been the radio personality. She's had streaming. She's had the Tubi before the Tubi. And I was there. I was a witness.
Tubi.
She had the Tubi. She had the idea. She didn't just have the idea. She had it functioning. And y'all saw this show on there, which is actually incredible. And I kicked myself to go like, why didn't I do more? Why did I keep drinking? But that's not the point. That's water under the bridge. That's water under the bridge.
We're here now.
We here now. People, y'all familiar with her. Y'all have how's Shawnee doing? How's Shawnee doing? Damn it. Shawnee's doing just fine. Shawnee got a book out and she's here to promote it. So she's not part of the show. She's a guest today. She will be interviewed today. She is getting an interview. So I don't know if she's ready. I think she's coming up here thinking we just gonna laugh and giggle. I need to know what the hell made you write a book. A book.
Throw me in the green. I'm gonna be checking it out. I'm gonna be tapping in.
I'm gonna throw you in the green. Shawnee Scott is in the building. Shawnee Scott is here.
What's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, good.
I can hear you good. You look good. You look good. You look nice.
Thank you for 7 o'clock in the morning.
you look good. You got the face did. You got the hair did. You look good.
I don't know. My face is not did yet.
Oh,
I need to do my face. Yes, I need to do it.
All right, you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
But when I saw this post, because we still talk, we still talk, but not as regularly as we used to talk, but we still talk. So when I saw a post, I said, a book. I said, Shawnee got a actual book that's probably, let me just get this cover for everybody who think I'm just playing, because I'm not playing, because y'all gonna support this and y'all gonna make this happen. This is the book right here, and you'll see it come up on the screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shawnee,
look at my Sean. Oh. He running StreamYard. Oh my God.
What? Wait a second. Let me just let that settle in. How that just came. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What?
All right, Shawnee, how do you
Yes.
do it? A mindset manual for women who had enough.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Hey,
get you
Shawnee.
guys.
Hey,
I'm gonna show
Asia.
you guys
Hey,
the link.
Afro Queen.
I'm gonna give you guys the link.
Hey,
Amazon. They
Aziza.
can go on Amazon Books for the pre-order, right?
Yeah, they can. You can go on there now. And actually, that's my second book. That's not my first
Oh,
one.
this is the second. That's right.
That's
That's
my
right. This is
second
your
book.
second. This is your
Yeah.
second book.
Yeah.
All right. I did a one-man show, Relapse Again, and put a lot of my stuff out there and things that I went through. What made you decide that you needed to write this book?
Well, because everybody always asked me that question, how do you do it? And so for so long, I didn't know how to answer it. I was just like, it got to be done. So I just get up and I do it. I just got to deal with whatever I got to deal with. But then I figured out, oh, this is how I do this. Now I can explain to y'all how I do this. And I said, well, let me just put it in written form, which I'm probably going to talk it too. You know, I'll get on here, I'll start sharing stuff with people. But I thought that was important to tell because I realized that people do look at me as like Wonder Woman's my favorite superhero. You know that.
Yes.
So, and that was my name on radio years ago. But I recognize that people actually do look at me like that. And they want to know. And when you going through and you trying to figure out, how do I maneuver this? How do I get through this? How do I navigate this situation? You need answers. And sometimes it ain't always somebody there just to talk to you or listen to you. So if I could share that one thing that everybody, that is a question I always get. How do you do it?
Well,
and I'm like, okay.
So being a witness, I don't know. I had the same question because you could hear somebody's schedule. You can hear, you can call somebody, hey, what you doing? I'm doing this, then I got to do that, then I'm running the girls the track by there. But I saw it firsthand.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. I don't know if I said it to you, but in my mind, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
One person can't keep running at 100 miles an hour on a regular basis. I mean, from the time the wake up hits. Now, mind you, we haven't even gotten to every personal struggle that you've had.
That part. Yeah.
This is just the daily. This is just, this is my list. This is what goes on every single day, Mike. This is what goes on. And I was like, who can handle this? So is this book a like manual? Well, it says manual, but are you just trying to teach women how to organize? Are you teaching people how to put everything in its proper perspective? What is it? Is it a, I don't know. Is it a self-help book?
I'm not trying to teach anybody anything. I'm just sharing the answer to the question that's been asked for me. They've been asked of me for like over 10 years. Now there is a manual at the back of the book to kind of help you, organize, because that is one thing that I do that people don't know. I do write a lot. I got notebooks and notebooks. I got notebooks all the way back to the 90s and stuff where I wrote down, okay, I need to do this. This is my schedule for the day. Oh, I got this idea. And I still go back and look through those to, inspire and help me get things done. But I'm not trying to teach anybody anything because everybody's walking their own path. So they learning what they need to learn. This is just how I do it. How I do it might not work for you. But since the question was asked, how do you do it? Okay, well, this is how I do it. Take what you want from it, apply it to your life if you want to, but this is what Shawnee does to get through a 24-hour day.
And this is the book, Shawnee, How Do You Do It? A Mindset Manual for Women Who've Had Enough. Now, when you say women who have had enough, that part, what do you mean by had enough? Like, what is that part? I saw that part of the title, and I was like, what are your had enoughs in this?
I mean, we get to a point to where we have actually had enough. And I think for women, it's so confusing. Well, I'm a Black woman first. Well, when you look at me, you see Black, but there's some other stuff going on too that we're not going to get into. But when society sees me, they see a Black woman, right? And to me, I feel like as Black women, we have to minimize ourselves so much. We can't be too much of this, and you can't be too much of that. And then you got to understand this. but then no, you need to be bold and do this. So it's like, okay, what y'all want us to do? We're trying to do that, and then we constantly are, dumped on. We're still the worst thing in the whole wide world. An angry black woman, an angry black woman.
Right.
I never heard nobody say, "Oh, she an angry white woman." It's an angry Asian woman, an angry Mexican woman. But it's always us, and you get to a point to where you get tired of that. You get tired. It's like, listen, this is me. This is who it is. This is what it is. You gonna take it or you not. However you feel about it, okay. But if their mind is that warped to where they want to keep black women in this box, well, actually a triangle, because either we're here, here, or here, depending on who's talking.
Okay.
That's their problem. And what you have to do is set your mind a different way to just block all of that out. Block all of that out. Because anybody who cannot take you, they just can't take you, and you just got to accept that and let them be.
So for everybody, so what is the point? I guess there are multiple points, because I hate when people ask me, I hate when people ask me, like, what was rock bottom? There was 100 rock bottoms. Like, I could name 100 of them. I wish I could have learned off of the first rock bottom. Some people are blessed enough to learn off the first one. And I'm like, God bless you, because for some reason I needed 150 of them. So when were I've had enough moments, were they particular? Was it your health scares? Was it maybe the marriage? Was it, what was it? What was some of the enoughs where you like, God, this is too much?
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it could go from personal, work, everything, because you're going to continue to have rock bottoms. Rock bottoms don't stop. Once you climb one mountain, now it's time for another. But when you're climbing that one mountain that's in front of you, you got an option. You can look at it as an obstacle, or you can look at it as an opportunity. Okay? What happens when you climb a mountain or you do some type of training like that? You're going to get stronger. Your lungs are going to get stronger. Your endurance is going to come up. So that's how you have to view these things that come up in life. So this is one mountain. All right, we got to get over this mountain. Now, when I get over this mountain, I know it's going to be a nice little meadow and a pond there for a little while, but another mountain is coming. So how we going to get over that mountain? So if you don't learn how to conquer your first mountain, you're not going to be able to get the next one. And it's a rock bottom at the beginning of that mountain. You got to pull yourself up out of that. So, I mean, rock bottom has been as simple as me being in a store or going to the store, and maybe there's a lady of another persuasion walking in front of me, and the guy holds the door open for her but drops it on me. That might be a rock bottom that day, because you get tired of being treated that way. Rock bottom might be my job not paying me what I'm worth. My rock bottom might be my kids won't clean up the house. It's a couple things that could just, be that straw that breaks the camel's back, but it's an accumulation of things that's been going on over time.
Now, do you share any personal story? Because people are messy, and people, and I shouldn't say messy. Yeah, they are messy, but
Yeah,
a lot of people, but a lot of people are. But a lot of people who want somebody to help them to see if there's a way that I can fight through my struggles. Are there any personal stories that you put in there? Are there anything that you put in there that may have been difficult to share?
No, there's nothing in it. Well, I'm an open book, but I don't go into detail about anything personal other than my health, because the people that don't know me don't understand why the book was written, right? So it was written because I had a stroke in 2010 where I had to learn how to walk, talk, read, and write again, right? And then that was right after giving birth to my baby girl. So she was only 5 days old when this happened. Okay, then after that, we had this scare on there. I hate to say I had a heart attack on there, because it wasn't a full-blown, it wasn't that, but it was something cardiac that happened while I was on the air. Then after that, we got a breast cancer diagnosis. Then after that, we had to go through COVID. Then after that, we had to go through diverticulitis. This is all in 10 years. This is just a 10-year span. All of that happened. And so people would ask based off of that. As far as like personal experiences, if somebody asks me, then I don't have a problem sharing, because I think anything I've gone through, somebody else is going through it too. I'm not the only person that experienced it. And when you can be transparent and share that with somebody, that might help them heal or get through the situation, because we're all supposed to be here for each other. I'm supposed to be here to help you. You're supposed to be here to help me in whatever way that is. So in the book, no, I don't go through that. I'm just straight to it. Like, listen, this happened and I did this. This is the result. And this is what you have to do. But if somebody asks and I can tell that it's coming from a place where they're really seeking help and it's not just, I'm trying to be messy and drag you, then I'll definitely share.
Now, the crazy thing is, I have been blessed to be around some brilliant people. And not just the Media Room 360.
Mm-hmm.
When you told me about your journey with the breast cancer, you did some other stuff. You found some other, not remedies, but treatments that weren't what normal people were, like, nobody ever talked about. Like, you were the first person that ever told me, I don't know, you were on an island and somebody had referred you to this. Now on TikTok, everybody is showing all these different natural remedies or natural things to help you beat cancer. And I mean, I'm flooded with them. And every time I see them, you're the first person I think about, because I'm like, yo, this is what she was talking about. Because I didn't doubt you, but you said even the doctor said some of the stuff that you actually did on your own and research actually helped you.
Yeah, when I got to my third round of doctors, because I went through, she's my fourth. I still have her, Dr. O'Shaughnessy. She's great. But I went through a couple of doctors, two of them just because we just didn't agree. There was a battle about doing chemo and radiation, and this is in 2017. When this happened, I got diagnosed in 2016, 2017 is when we started the process. But yeah, I chose to go the holistic route because since I had a stroke, since, I had the heart problems, because the heart situation was just a year before the cancer diagnosis. It wasn't even that far apart. And I'm like, there's no way my body is going to be able to handle doing 27 rounds of chemo and 18 rounds of radiation. There's no way. And I'm not doing it. And so I said to one doctor, this was my second set of doctors. I said, well, because they was like, you're going to die. You're going to die. In 3 months, you're going to be dead. I said, well, wow. You're going to die too, right? We all going to die. Everybody that's born is going to die, right? So telling me I'm going to die is not that, like, that don't scare me. I know that that's coming. That's part of life. How I die, though, is that's important to me. And I'm not going to just let you burn me up because you want to make X amount of dollars off of this. And and I asked them candidly, how much does one round cost? And it's like, it's about $22,000. Okay, well then let's do this. You want that $22,000? You give me $15,000 of that. I'll let you take the rest, and I'll do the chemo. If we do that on every one, then we can work this out. And of course, they was like, oh, you're not. No, I'm because I'm gonna die, right? So I got to set my family up, right? So no, I was very bold at that time, and people weren't talking about it. But the doctor that I have now, the oncologist I have now, she was very supportive. And once I did it, and I came back from the Bahamas, and she was like, I don't know what you did, but we don't have to talk about chemo and radiation anymore. So I said, all right, good. Because this is the thing too.
Wow.
Because I just had a scare. I had to go to the ER when I was interviewing Ice Cube a couple of weeks back. While I was interviewing him, I completely lost my sight. Started having stroke-like symptoms in the middle of us doing the 24-second Ice Cube shot clock. And when it happened, I was like, am I about to pass out in front of this man? This is what's going through my mind.
Right.
And I'm like, let me just get through the interview. But I can't see my questions. So I'm trying to remember what did I put on here, because it was a nice little game. 24-second shot clock ended up being 2 minutes because of this. And so I went to Beat took me to the ER because he was there. And the doctors, they're always baffled because I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. I am a person that works out regularly. I don't eat bad. None of these things are factors. And the doctor was like, I don't know what's wrong. He's like, do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. Do you drink? No, I don't drink. And then he asked me about work. And I said, well, yeah, I was supposed to get off at midnight. He said, so you've been at work since 4 o'clock in the morning.
Sounds
and you
about
weren't
right.
going to get off to midnight?
Right.
And I was like, yeah, well, I do the morning show from 4 to about 10:30. Then I had those interviews from 12 to about 3. And then I get back on the air from 7 to midnight. And when I said it, that's when I was like, dang, girl, that's a lie. That's a whole, you at work from 4 a.m. to midnight, and these people pay you pennies. So, of course, he took me off work. That's why I'm at home right now. Because he was like, are you going to have a problem with me taking you off work? I said, no, I'll come off. So for me, it's work.
Right.
It's the balance between work and rest. And I'll work all day and won't stop. And it's really an addiction. It's a bad addiction because I've been like that since
Yeah.
I was a kid.
You are. I'm glad you recognize that. I'm glad you recognize that. Because Ash has a question, and I kept this up here because this is something she said. After you wrote this book, how impressed were you with yourself for your growth? Did you give yourself props for being triumphant over your trials? We don't give ourselves enough credit. Did you do that?
Nah, I
God.
didn't, because I didn't even look at it like that. It was just like, it's crazy how this book even came about, because my daughter asked me last night. She was like, Ma, you wrote a book? Because I hadn't told them. And I said, yeah. And she said, well, yeah, when were you going to tell me this? I said, well, it come out on the 31st. So I was going to let you know. She's like, but I need to read it. I said, okay. But I was actually at work one day, and my girlfriend Mary in Chicago called me. And she was, talking about some book she put out, and she said something because something was going on, and I was frustrated. It's one of them days where I done did the morning show, and now I'm doing the afternoon show. And she said something that prompted me to say, you know what, I'm just going to write all this down. I'm going to just write all of this down and get this out, because other people were asking me questions too. And so I just said, okay, I'm going to put it out. So when I sat down and wrote it, I didn't think about any other things that Ashley was saying. Was I impressed with my growth? Not really, because I impress myself every day with that. Like every day that I don't go off, I'm like, ooh, I deserve a brownie from Chick-fil-A. So
yeah, but and I understand it. I'm not disagreeing with you. This is the interview. This is your truth, and this is what you're speaking. But do you ever give yourself the chance to review and say, look what I've done, and really are proud of yourself? Do you ever give yourself the pat? Because I've learned I give myself pats on the back on a regular now.
Not really.
But so my question is why? Because you are addicted when it comes to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want to, like you're the person that I said if somebody gave me $100 million and I wanted to do whatever I wanted after I got the kids straight and family straight and everything like that, the first thing I would do was I would go to Shawnee and say, we're gonna do this Media Room 360. This is how much I'm gonna pay you, but this is all you can work on.
That's hard.
This is all you can work on. Because
that's hard.
So it went doing all this addiction of you have to stay busy. Like I see you have it.
Yeah.
You'll go from one thing and you'll jump into that. You'll edit a whole TV show in your laptop till 3 o'clock in the morning, and you'll edit the TV show. You'll wake up the next morning. You'll start doing something else. Do you? When do you find some comfort and happiness outside of working? When is it shown? What is something? Because and I'm going to do. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make this unfair. You have to eliminate your kids.
Okay.
Because it can't be your kids. Because even with your kids, everything is a mission. You got to do this. You got to do that. When do you find a happy space where you're like, you're not doing anything, and this is what makes me happy?
Well, when do I do it? Okay, that's a good question.
Or do you do it? Or do you have a space?
Not really, but you know what? I've been thinking about that. The things that make me happy. One thing that I really enjoy doing is writing. I enjoy writing and I enjoy reading, and that's something people don't know about me. I will write. Like I said, I got all these notebooks from way back to the '90s that I've been writing in. Writing this was, it was therapeutic to me because I sat down and wrote it out on went and bought a pack of loose leaf paper and wrote it out because my girlfriend, she's like, well, you can just talk it, you can just talk to it. I don't want to do that. You can just organize your thoughts with AI and let AI do it. I don't want to do that because I want to give them my real voice and really what I went through. So I wrote this out, and that's enjoyable to me. Reading is enjoyable. You know what else is enjoyable to me? I've been looking for it, karaoke, but every time I say I'm gonna go, something come up and it takes me away from it. So, does anybody know any good karaoke spots? Holla at your girl.
All right, so doing this, everything you've accomplished, everything you've done, the things that you're doing, the things that are coming up, things that you've told me. The book drops on what date again?
August 31st.
So this book drops August 31st right here. You can go to Amazon. Let me put that back up there. Go to Amazon. Shawnee, how do you do it? A mindset manual for women who've had enough. I want you guys, if you can, if you got the money, I'm not putting pressure. If you got the money, make sure you go to Amazon Books and pick that up. How, with everything you've had, with everything you've gone through, everything you do, everything you're responsible for, how does that affect your personal life in relationships? Or does that make it more difficult to keep a relationship? Has it affected? Has it ended relationships? You tell me.
Okay.
I gotta do the interview. I gotta do the interview, girl. I gotta do the interview. I got.
We ain't no good. We can't be on CBS.
We can't, girl.
Okay, so overall, the whole overall picture, yes, my working does affect relationships. Because even when I was married, that person would say, you married to your job. You ain't married to me. You married to the work. You spend more time on work than me. And I mean, I do love what I do. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. But at the same time, I mean, I do want to have a relationship, but I mean, I guess somebody just got to understand that I like to work.
And I don't know if you're in a relationship. I ain't want to assume that you weren't. I'm just saying, has it made it difficult? And obviously, it has.
Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing right now. I'm not in a place where it's like I'm saying, "Ooh, I'm looking for a relationship." It has been brought to my attention several times over a couple of years that, hey, your girl's gonna graduate. They gonna leave. So what are you gonna do? I'm like, they gonna leave? They are? But
yeah.
but they are. They are, going through the situation right now, actually. And so when it comes to that, oh, it's so hard to talk about relationships because yes, I would love to be in a loving, committed relationship where two people are working together for a common goal, but we have our own goals too that we want to accomplish. And I mean, when we start talking about relationships, like it's so many firewalls there that get to be knocked down. And I am working on that. I'm working on that. I will say this: I'm single, but I'm not available right now. So it's just there are things.
What's that mean? Break it down. What does that mean? I'm single but not available. Because I'm single. I say I'm single because people be single but don't really be single. So I'm single. You're single but not available. What does not available mean?
Single. I'm single. I don't. But I'm not available. I'm not available. I'm just not available.
What you talking about for time constraints? Like you got too much stuff going on, or what?
Well, yeah, I got a lot going on. I always got a lot going on. But yeah, just some people are available and open and just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna date and go out with, these people. I'm not there.
Oh, you're not there to actually take the step of going on a date.
Yes and no.
What the fuck?
If the right person asks, then yeah. But the wrong people be asking. So it's like, I'm
I'm
good.
confused. So available means you're not entertaining it. This is not something that you're entertaining. You're like, I'm really not, because you're confusing me. But I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. But it wouldn't be the first time.
Single but not available. I'm not available. I'm not. So this ain't the time for you to be jumping in my DMs or in my inbox or anything like that. But I'm single. I'm not married. I'm not engaged. I'm not,
All right. All right.
I'm not.
Tasha said, leave her alone, Mike. Shut your mouth, Tasha. Shut your mouth. I'm in here trying to hold this interview, trying to figure out.
Hey, shorty do up. That's shorty do up.
All right, so she remembers and so wait, where was my drop? See, I'm trying to do too much. Let me tell you something,
Look
Tasha.
at Mike. Look at Mike.
Let me tell you what I got to tell you, Tasha.
Girl, shut the up.
This is the interview. This is the interview. So, and I have to ask that because I'm 54.
Okay.
And there are times when I go to myself and I say, I may have to make a plan. I may have to have another plan. I have to add some stuff to my plan that may include me being by myself for the rest of this, which means not maybe going on a date, whatever, but me not having a partner for the rest of this. So I'm like, so my when I work out every morning, I'm doing it because I'm like, I can't be frail at 65. Because now I'm sitting here thinking I might really be by myself. And does it scare me? I don't know. Is it a little uncomfortable? Yeah, kind of feels a little uncomfortable. But I am available. So do you have those thoughts that you're like, do you ever think, you said your kids are leaving. You said people will remind you your kids are leaving. When when the kids are in college and it's just Shawnee, are you just gonna throw yourself in more work? Are you gonna build a deck? Are you gonna Are you gonna
said I'm not gonna build a deck?
Are you gonna start repairing cars? Like, do you ever think that concept of am I gonna be by myself for the rest of my life?
Well, I don't. I don't want to be by myself the rest of my life. Am I open to having a relationship? Absolutely, absolutely.
But you're not available.
Right now I'm not available. Right now I am not available, and that's the honest to God truth. I'm not available. But when they leave, because they're sophomore and junior now, my plan is, because I'm not a homeowner, like I don't own a home, I rent.
Okay.
Because I need to be able to call somebody and say, come over here and fix this y'all stuff, not mine, because I don't know how to do it. And I don't have no problem saying that. Listen, I know how to use the stove. I don't know how to fix the stove. All right.
I want to hear this plan. I'm interested. The plan is I'm interested.
But I thought about getting downsized and getting a smaller place, something that's just for me. I do want to go travel more. There's things that I do want to do, because I became a mom at 33. So I had fun before that, but 20s I didn't really know how to live. I was working.
You were working in your 20s.
I wouldn't even go to, if it wasn't work related, I didn't go anywhere. I wasn't out at the club. If I was at the club, it was because they said you got a remote. Or hey, you got to go out there for 2 hours and do this live broadcast. That's the only reason why I went out. So by the time I figured out how to have fun, how to enjoy life, I was a mom. Okay, so and you know how I am with my kids. If I go somewhere, who come with me? My kids.
Yes.
My kids, but I want to do the booed up relationship. I want to go on vacation with the boo and, all of that. Have a boocation, not a vacay, a boocation. But so maybe at that point, we'll We'll get there.
All
I
right, so
don't know.
you're not available. I'll tell you what is available. This book is available right here, Shawnee. How do you do it? A Mindset Manual for Women Who Have Had Enough by Shawnee Scott. Go to Amazon. You can get the pre-orders. There's a link to pre-order it right now. It comes out the 31st, you said, correct? The 31st of September?
The 31st. That was an amazing segue, Mike.
Thank you. But September 31st.
No, August. No,
August
like
31st.
a couple days. Yeah, a couple days.
So you got 2 days. You can put the pre-order in right now. It'll go through the 31st. So I feel, I'm not being your therapist because I'm not trained, but I watch a lot. I watch a lot of documentaries.
Okay.
I feel that you have set this time period, this time frame that when the kids leave, you almost have put it was almost like you know that you have no choice, that you're gonna downsize. It's gonna be for you. So now things that Shawnee does, it's like it's that symbolism. Like now everything is gonna be for Shawnee. So is that what you're waiting for to become available?
No. Mm-mm. I believe in
Let me bring Doc in here. Go ahead. You believe that. Let me bring Doc up in here.
More people watching, more people listening.
I think if the right thing happened in the stars and in the moon aligns and something is presented to me, then I'm open to that. I know that it is because you know me, I ain't gonna tell nobody if I like them. So if they like me, they better make it known. And if they make it known and I respond, then they better respond a certain way. Because if they don't, then
my God.
Sorry. But I mean, but with that, what's crazy is once I do decide I'm gonna open up, then I open up. Like I don't play them games like, oh, you can't reply to the text message. No, if I like you and you text me, I'm going to respond. I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna make it wait 30 minutes. No, I'm gonna respond. If I got a feeling, if I feel a certain way, I'm going to say it. I don't care. I don't care about like all that other stuff. So I'm open to it. It's just right now, this is just today at whatever time it is, 7:50 Central Standard Time. That's what it is.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I see you because when I hear you talking, there's a podcast that you're on with Coach Ron C, right?
Yes. Conversations with Coach Ron C. Y'all catch it every Sunday night at 9:22 Central Standard Time. This week we talking about. It's crazy you're saying this week we're talking about, do you feel like you missed out on your husband?
Wow. Do you?
Do I feel like I missed out on my husband?
Yeah, do you?
I ain't got him yet. Nah.
That's not no.
I ain't got him yet.
You go do that with Ron C. No. Do you feel like you missed out on your husband? Yes or no? Do you feel, if it's a no, then no. Do you feel like when you think back, you're like, yeah, that should have been that should have been my husband? Or could have been my husband. That could have been.
It could have been me.
Yeah, it's some could have beens.
Some could have been.
She says some. Yeah, you might need to slow your ass down when you got some. You might need to slow one down.
Some could have beens.
There's some could have beens. There's some could have. Is there any? When you think about could have beens, what are the things that you're thinking like? Could have been because.
Okay, well, could have been because I was too focused on work. I mean, because like I said, like honestly, I'm not playing about that. For me, work is an addiction. Like you got crackheads, you got alcoholics, then you got Shawnee. you got the workaholic. And I'm starting to realize, okay, this is an issue. We gotta do something. But for me, that is what is so fulfilling to me. And it's crazy that you gave that example, but you stay up to 3:00 and edit a TV show. You know, last week I did that. I was up all night till 6:00 in the morning editing Ron's last show because we packaged everything with Leon Lacey. And then I think I took a 20-minute nap, got up, took the kids to school, started my day, went to the gym, went swimming, went through everything, then got back on the computer again and started working on some other stuff. And so I think it was, I don't know, it might have been Friday or it might have been Saturday or Sunday. I said, you know what? Let me get dressed. And I didn't put no t-shirt and sweatpants on. I actually got dressed.
You got dressed. Okay, you got dressed.
Combed my hair, curled my hair. And I took myself to Moxie's. I went to Moxie's and had, lunch. And I was gonna have a drink because y'all know I don't drink. But then I'm driving there like, I'm gonna get me a drink. I'm outside.
And she really don't. And she's been around me and she doesn't. She doesn't.
And I got there and I was like, oh yeah, I want this lemonade. So, but I enjoyed that time out, and of course, and I was by myself. So that's a step in the right direction.
Now that workaholic thing, I've seen this live. I've been on FaceTime with her where she was editing my TV show. And I was like, oh, and it was like 2:00 in the morning. I'm going to sleep. Like I fell asleep and she edited the whole TV show. So the Ron C thing is Sunday, YouTube, 9 p.m.
9:22 p.m.
9:22 p.m. What are y'all, TBS? Why 9:22? What are y'all?
9:22, because you're going to remember that.
Oh, 9:22. That was your idea? Was that your idea?
Of course, that was my idea.
Yeah.
That was me all day. But people remember it, and it's so funny to me because when they say, "Oh yeah, we gotta watch the show at 9:22," and understand, because I don't want y'all to think that it's my show and I'm on there. It's his show. I'm the executive producer. We have guests. I get guests to come on and sit down with him. Occasionally, I'll sit there and talk with him, but I always do the letter at the end. So the perspectives that you will hear are from three amazing women that are going to talk about, and two of them are divorced with no kids, and one has never been married, no kids. So it's going to be an interesting conversation.
I watched the clip. I've never gone to YouTube. I watched the clip. That's what I normally do. I hardly ever watch these podcasts. That's why. Thank y'all for watching, y'all, because I wouldn't do this shit. Thank y'all for watching. Get the book. Don't forget the book. I watch y'all the clips, and it's funny because I can't watch the clips because when he says something, I kind of know what you're about to say. And I'm like, but I like it. I like the concept. I like
what clip did you see?
It was about going. Can't you just take me out to dinner? Can't you just take me on a?
Oh yeah, that was the yeah, that was the letter actually. So I had read the letter somebody wrote in, and the woman felt like her husband wasn't paying attention to her anymore. That guy. He made good money. She had an amazing job, and her husband was just like, well, why don't you just quit, stay home with the kids? But in him working so much, he never courted her. He never took her out or anything. So she was asking that. And that was me and Ron's back and forth about, why you just can't take me to dinner? Because I won't know why you just can't take me to dinner. What's the problem?
I know, but this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing about Shorty Scott. She's not needy. And when you're with some, she is the opposite of needy. Dr. Aaron Smith, please. Have you ever met a woman that is so not needy that you're like, wait a second, don't you need anything from me?
Oh yeah, well, you know my story. I tell her every month that I done met my wife and messed it up. So I'm positive about my situation.
Phil said he met her. I'm
not confused at all. She got away, literally. Yeah.
But
I am needy. That's the thing.
That was my point. That was what I was going to get to. But then there's a part, and I think the word needy is a bad choice of words on my part. But then when you realize what she needs, and I can't think of another word, or what she would like, if you really want to help her, you'll be like, oh shit, that's a lot. But it's not a lot.
What's a lot? I'm wait a minute, because now you're reading me, so I want to know, what do I need and what is a lot?
Because what you need is what you really. Okay, fuck it. I'll be your therapist.
Thank you. Yeah, go there.
What women actually get on TikTok and all
no. We talking about me. What do I need? What do I need?
Let me lead you.
Okay. All right, go.
The stuff that y'all say is so important that y'all say y'all need, that certain people, not everybody, say their need is so superficial and so it takes no responsibility and it takes no commitment. I can take you to a 4-star restaurant. That's nothing. I can take you shopping if I wanted to. That's nothing. But when Shawnee says commitment, when the stuff that she needs, you have to, when you do this, you have to now invest. You can't halfway do this. Like whatever she wants you to be a part of, where she's like, this is what I need. You are jumping in. You can't half-ass that. What you have to do, the stuff that you have to take care of or help and do your part are going to take you being responsible. Not just responsible for yourself, but responsible for her situation. You're going to help her deal with responsibilities. And and that's a difference
between spending and investing.
Yes, now you realize that you have to care about what you're doing. Not just for her, but you have to care. She's going to put you in a spot where you better care and understand the well-being of everybody included in this situation is now your responsibility. So if you want to step on in here, come on in.
Yeah.
But understand there's going to be a level of responsibility that you have that you can't fall back and say, I didn't know that. No, you knew once you took the job. You knew what your responsibility once you took the job.
You're right.
So that's what I mean about your and I respect that. I think people should respect that. But I think a lot of dudes are like, she's pretty, she's dependable, she's independent, she looks good. And then when you go like this, but goddamn, yeah. Now come on in. Now come on in here. Come on. Because I don't care if we go out. We can eat whatever we want to eat. We can go wherever we want to go. But when you come on in here, now you're a part of this life. And you can't be around you without being a part of your life. Like, and that's something that should be required for everybody. But a lot of people get in relationships where they keep the relationship here and they keep their life here. But being in a relationship with you, it's all intertwined. It's all like, she said it many a time. If the kids don't like you, you're not in. I don't care.
Well, that's done changed now. That's done changed now because they sophomores and listen.
Girl, shut the up.
Listen, they are sophomores and juniors. I got a sophomore and a junior, and they telling me about living their life. So I said, "Oh, okay, we living our life now." So that if they did when they were younger, yeah, because if somebody was going to be with me and we were going to be in the house together, then we, it got to be a situation. But even with them, even in saying, if they told me I don't like somebody, okay, why don't you like them? That's important, because you can't just say you don't like them because they hold you accountable. And it's the same way on the other side with their other parent in their situation. We don't like her. Okay, that's fine. But you respectful, right? Has she tried to kill you?
Right. Well, damn, that's a level. I don't think has she tried to kill you. That's only showing.
I mean, has she tried to kill you?
No, she hasn't. She didn't physically take out a knife. Goodness,
if she's just correcting you, and she has rules that you don't like, hey, that's her house.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, and I'm glad I got lucky. I'm sorry that you had to have that issue where you had a headache and went blind. Girl, take care of yourself.
I know, right? That was actually really good because, when I get sick like that, I found out real quick who in my corner. And I have been praying about that. Like, if there are people around me that I do not need around me, please reveal that. And so that happened. And I got to see how some people reacted and how they behaved with the situation. And it's crazy when you start asking God for stuff and he started revealing it, you got to accept it. You got to accept it. So yeah.
I gotta get the Fearless segment. Let me put this book up here one more again. Shawnee, How Do You Do It? A Mindset Manual for Women Who Have Had Enough. If you're going through something and you want to read something that can give you some tips, that can give you some advice, that could actually give you verbatim steps that she took to get through everything from cancer to being a strong Black woman in the radio business, to being able to raise kids, to going through a marriage, to creating all the dreams that I still think that Media Room 360 is going to be something that's going to make you $500 million.
Amen.
This year. Hopefully we can get you back on the show when you're not busy, so we can get you back on here, girl. So we can get you back on here.
I always have time for Mike,
For what?
Sean, and the Takeover Legends.
That's good to hear. That was nice. That was nice that you said that. I think we needed some. I think you need that. Wait
Make
a
it a
second.
soundbite. That's a soundbite.
Yeah, I think we got to clip that. I think we got to. You know what? I think we need a little music behind that. Girl, say that one more time.
Oh, yeah.
You always have time for what? What you always have time for?
Hi, this is Shawnee Scott, and I always have time for Michael, Sean, and the Takeover Legends.
So I'm gonna take the Takeover Legends out. All right, so but that's good. It's gonna be a dope clip. I'm still gonna get the first one. The first one was more authentic. You got into your job. You got into your work mode. I like the first. I always. She said it from the heart. She said it.
And I always have time for. Yeah.
Don't try and get sexy. I like the first one. I like you almost didn't want to say it. The first one was I always have time. You had to think about it. Shit, do I want to say Mike?
Do I want to commit to this?
She's like, do I want to tell Mike? I still always have time for him.
It's my lip time.
And I'm gonna be in Dallas soon. I'm gonna be in Dallas in a few months. So hopefully you won't curb me.
Where's Jay Black? Okay, first of all, I ain't curbed you the last
you won't
time.
curb me this time.
I did not curb you the last time.
Hopefully you won't.
Okay. Where's Jay Black?
What?
Where's Jay Black?
On a boucation.
Jay Black's on a boucation. It's his birthday.
Oh yeah, his birthday. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry, but hey, Lady Q had checked in. What's up?
Yes, she has. All right.
What Fearless got? Are you kicking me off now? I gotta go.
Oh, if you want to stay for Fearless just be talking to shit and pissing people off. So Fearless, you already know.
Okay.
It is 3 minutes after. It is 3 minutes after 9. Whatever you want to get into it. Do I need to play the intro? Yeah, I guess I do.
Play it.
Yeah.
No, play the intro. I want to see the intro. I'm here.
Okay.
Play the intro.
She having fun. She back with the crew. She having fun. Man, fuck Ron C. I'm playing.
No, we can't say that.
No, I'm playing. The show is Sunday, YouTube, Coach Ron C at 9. I was just kidding. Damn, I was kidding. I was sorry. I'm comedian. Let's go.
By the red, the black,
she was with me first.
Put your hands in the air. Make some noise.
Time to get your knowledge up and get ready to write down some facts with Dr. Aaron Smith.
Heed the words of the brother, Sissy.
All right, let's go.
Y'all can see my screen? You good?
I see the screen. If you can enlarge it, go.
Can I say that is an awesome intro? I want an intro like that. Okay, go, Aaron.
Get on
no problem. You said, can I enlarge it? It's full screen, ain't it?
It's full screen. I know if you want us to read that because I know I can't see. So go
No,
ahead.
I'm gonna read this part to you and jump right into it.
Go get it.
No. Last time I know we talked about polygenetic theory, right? And the polygenetic theory, also known as polygenesis, is the idea that different human races have separate origins. And if you look at how people behave in the world today, this is what they operate according to, this falsehood that somehow when they say, go back to where you're from, they forget that they come from us, right? That all people come from one common root of humanity. This theory posits that each race developed independently from distinct ancestors. Such is not the case, right? All human beings originated in Africa, but when you look at the racists around the world, especially, you figure they must have a different idea about history and genetics and anthropology and biology. So the polygenetic theory is a boatload of crap, which dictates a lot of people's behavior. So this is a piece that I call One Blood, and I compare race in America to a quintessential abusive, toxic relationship, right? Based on all these deceptions, the Lord of lies. And I tell them, once you tell one lie, you can't go back, right? So once you say there's nothing in Africa, like Nick Fuentes said, there's no books, there's no writing, there's no words. Once you tell a lie that big, then you can't talk about the libraries of Timbuktu and the first universities, Waset, later called Luxor by the Greeks, being in Africa, how Nubia had its civilization before Egypt, and Egypt is not, a separate part of the continent, but it's part of Africa. So I got to stress the fact that we're way off course because we somehow believe that everybody has their own independent history, when in reality, everybody in the world came from a black root. The only people on the planet with the Eve gene is that black woman with the least Neanderthal blood and, the full human beings, the prototype for humanity. 2/3 of human history happened on the continent of Africa before any migration took place. There was a time where the entire world world was civilized and occupied by black people. This is a very hard pill to swallow. So a lot of people live their entire lives, even anthropologists and historians, trying to cover up or distort or lie about that reality. And that's why I want to make sure that we reinforce the truth, because when you look at the Mercator projection map, that was one of the first times where they changed the size of Africa on a map. And this is what they call, a true size, of Africa. And people don't realize that if you take Africa in its true size, you can fit China and India and the United States and France and Spain and Germany, Italy and Eastern Europe all into Africa. This is how big Africa would be if the map told. Even the maps are lying, right? When it's wrong to lie about your size, right? So let's keep this party going. These are the kind of images we get. We get like the little black boy statue kneeling in front of Lincoln, even though he hated black people, right? This is Columbus. They call this Encounter. It looked like some Sandusky stuff, if you ask me, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, when the children who don't even know how to read can read iconography and imagery, it becomes extremely dangerous, the type of things they see. And they start to distort reality, like this drapetomania, they call it. This was a runaway slave syndrome. This he called himself a Negro physician. He was Willie Lynch before Willie Lynch. So some people say Willie Lynch didn't exist, but I say Samuel Adolphus Cartwright definitely did exist. He was a Negro doctor. He would go plantation to plantation and consult with the slave owners and talk to them about how they can have better control over their slaves. This is what you should do. You should beat them. You should whip them crossways and then down. They call that checkering. So the skin comes off in patches. Then pour brine and salt into it. When you do the violation, you got to do it in front of everybody. So he had a theory called drapetomania, where he said you crazy, right? Mental illness, that if you try to run away, if you try to flee captivity, he said there's something wrong with these black folks if they run off this plantation, right? If they don't want this Cowboys contract, if they don't want to work for this owner, then there's an issue here, right? So this is part of what they call, scientific racism. And people like this, I just showed this picture because I want to see how much of a loser all these people were. This was the guy who hated Jews. And I want to show you one of his theories. He had a racist theory that proposed that you should cut the nose off of these Jewish women. I'm just showing you what they were saying. So you don't say what to me. I want to bring receipts. This is Sir Francis Galton. I want you to look at the level of loser. I talked earlier, Mike, about how being evil makes you ugly. Right? When you look at the Sith, when you look at the Star Wars trilogy with the hood on, right? The evil man with the hood on, he looks all withered away, or Lord of the Rings, the Precious, right? Like Jason Whitlock, right? I said, when you start being a sellout evil, that demonic spirit, it robs you of your beauty, right? So you can look at this man and he looked like he hated his whole life. He hated the size, he just hated his whole life and looked like he ain't never been around a woman. What kind of beard is that, right? So Samuel Galton first coined the term eugenics. So when you hear the term eugenics and eugenicist and all that, this is Galton's work, right? 1883, it means well-born. And he don't even look well-born, right? That's like Hitler talking about being tall and blonde-haired and blue-eyed, and he's none of the three, right? And he talk about the negative eugenics developed in the United States. Germany played on the fears of race degradation. What they don't talk about oftentimes is that Hitler learned from America. There was a book called The Passing of the Great Race by a man named Madison Grant, who was a conservationist. He used to work with animals. Then he one day started thinking, maybe we could do the same thing with people. Now Hitler took this book, The Passing of the Great Race, and he called that book his Bible. So they always talk about Germany and Nazis and Hitler was saying, no, I learned from you. If you remember that commercial in the 80s where the parent finds the drugs and they say, hey, how you learn to do this stuff? He said, I learned it from watching you, all right? I learned it from watching you, right? So Hitler learned from the United States, and the United States acts like, they didn't. So we talked about these losers, right? This is Julian Huxley, right? So I want you to know the type of people that promoted the ideology that's running the world and infecting the world today. A bunch of geeks and losers who look like they never had a date till they was 30. What in the Napoleon Dynamite, right? But these are the people who people are quoting and citing and running their elections based on their ideas, right? UNESCO, first general director, founder of the World Wildlife Fund, also Eugenics Society president, strong supporter of eugenics. He looked like his genetics are so, okay, I'm going to finish up here, right?
Go ahead.
Another one. He believed that whites and Negroes were two different species. Again, this polygenetic theory. If only they knew that without black people, they wouldn't exist. People ask me in public settings before, what would the world be like without black people? They think I'm going to talk about peanut butter or something. I say there be no people. Shut the whole conversation down right there, right? Like, respect your elders, respect your roots. This is the father of anthropology, Carl Linnaeus, right? Look, let me go back because he looked a little Sandusky too. I'll leave that alone for another day. But he broke the people down into these different categories, and he would say that look at the bottom. Homo afer is black. Phlegmatic, cunning, lazy, lustful, careless, and governed by caprice, right? So they were just attributing all these characteristics to the color of your face, and they was calling themselves the father of anthropology, and they the head of they were stupid. These are stupid people. Because they know that nobody should be following these people, but I'm in college now, and the anthropology department is buzzing and thriving and still promoting the same type of lies, right? They might not show these charts anymore with the dog and the ape to the Negro and all that, but they still keep that energy going. But lastly, there's a book called Origin of Species, right? This is Charles Darwin, but a lot of people don't know the full title of the text because we still sell this book in our bookstore. But I want to show you the full title today. Look at the full title. This is the original title, 1882. Preservation of Favored Races in the Struggle for Life. They've been looking at this thing like musical chairs since day one, just because the sun don't like them, and they realized they had recessive genes, and everywhere they went, violating the women popped out brown babies. So every time the devil tried to work some evil, God produced some good from that Eve gene in that womb of that black woman. So they had to figure out another way to conquer the people. They said, we can't kill them because we only 9% of the global population. We can't rape them and breed them out of existence because our genes are too weak. Oh, we're going to tell a hell of a lot of lies, and we'll get Trump elected. And we will keep this going and make sure that people live according to this lie and this illusion more so than the reality of their own genetic history. And with that, I bid you adieu and say take care till next time. Fearless Fridays. It's been fun. One love, one blood.
There you go. All right. So I'm not gonna say I saved the best for last because I didn't, but Coco wants to come on the show. For those who don't know who Coco is, he's a police officer in Philadelphia. He was very adamant about our conversation that we had this week about the police and the policing of Philadelphia and what's going on. I've asked Coco, I've asked you, and now you seem to accept it that you'll come on the show. I'm just gonna tell you, y'all two can talk because, like I said, I don't want to make it seem like we're picking on you, Coco. I got super amounts of love for you. I just think that sometimes your vision is one-sided, just like you think Dr. Smith's vision is one-sided. So I'm going to let y'all two.
No, I could talk good about the police for an hour. I would challenge any police officer to do the same in terms of being critical. I can like a debate club, like in law school, I could jump on the other side right away and tell you all the great things about policing for hours on end and all the police I know and love and all the great things that happen. I don't think that the other side is capable of doing that. They can't just jump and critique the police force the way that they are able to critique BLM and all that, and the Pookies and Ray Rays, whatever else they call it.
All right, so
I don't think they see both sides.
We're going to get to that Tuesday. Jonesy, I'll be with Jonesy on Monday. Tuesday, we'll be back at it. Don't forget you can catch us on Twitch. Shout to Jay Black. Oh, what's the question? Because I got to go to work. What's the question?
What's this title? America is a mess, but on the bright side, so are the Cowboys. What's up?
Yeah, we took care of that nonsense the first 15 minutes of the show. You were late on me talking about your slave owner. I mean, Jerry Jones. And getting exactly what he deserves, that a black athlete finally realized this star on my helmet don't make me. I've been me. And I also played Des Bryant thanking Michael Parsons for actually doing something that he couldn't do. And he said, I didn't have the support system, and I just was ignorant. I didn't know. Just like the rest of.
Sorry, I missed. Yeah. What did Mike Parsons do? Because I missed the world.
Oh, Michael Parsons is the best player on your football team. And
I know that he was asking for it, but what was the outcome? I don't know what the outcome.
The outcome was that he got traded. Mm-hmm. He forced the trade to the Green Bay Packers. He got a $188 million contract. $136 million is guaranteed. Mm-hmm. He is the highest paid player in the NFL who's a non-quarterback. Because quarterbacks make all the money. And Jerry Jones tried to clean it up at a press conference to say the good things about it. And he sounded like Donald Trump trying to tell you how good America is right now.
It's the hottest country in the world.
The hottest country in the world. So, yeah, I know you're a Cowboy fan, but it doesn't mess up your day if they lose. You're not one of those Cowboy fans. You're not one of those.
I don't get a check from them, so.
Exactly. There you go, Shawnee. When it all, at the end of the day, you don't get a check from them.
Nope.
You don't get a check.
No.
All right, Mama. We are gone. We will be back on Tuesday. Shawnee, once again, one more time. Let's promote this book one more time before we go. Let me make sure I get this book on here. This book is available the 31st in a few days, so you can pre-order it. Why isn't it clicking? There it is. There it is.
Beautiful cover. I really like the cover.
It is an amazing cover.
Thank you. You know, that is a picture of me.
Oh,
in
wow.
AI. Yeah. When my hair just natural.
Yeah, you don't need AI, girl. Just don't curb me when I come to Dallas. Okay, listen. We are gone. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone, anything, any circumstance take it from you. God got me. God got us. For Michael Sean, Jay Black, Sexy Mo, Fearless, C. Chung, Amani with Here's the Thing on Thursdays, Financial Rebel. We are gone. Woke Up Inspired. Go get that merch, t-shirts, and all that good stuff. Woke Up Inspired. And for Shawnee Scott, who is always a takeover legend for life. I don't care what podcast. I don't care who she's with. She's always a takeover legend for life. Shawnee Scott, we are gone. Gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.